Okay. Mr. Maverick himself, Carlos Biaza.
Ray Young, pleasure to be here.
Motherfucking Carlos Biaza. Damn.
My honor to be here.
Well, thank you. So, I've known you now about, what, 30 years? You know, I was thinking about that. I know you like 30 years, right?
I believe so.
That's a long time.
I believe so, ever since the ramp at the sewer plant.
At the sewer plant.
Yeah.
The public menace ramp. The first time you rolled up on the public menace ramp, the Keystone ramp at the sewer plant, how old were you?
I had to have been 14.
And then what'd you think? I mean, the ramp is 12 feet high with 2 feet of vert.
Well, I was blown away.
That was in the 80s.
We were pushing skateboards around the streets.
Right.
And then the word on the town that there was some big hoopla going on over the mountain. So I lived on the other side of the mountain. So,
Other side of the mountain.
So, and I wasn't even
Hoopla.
skater enough to even bomb the hill down to the sewer plant at that point. So
It was tough just getting there.
Yeah, so a crew of us rode our bikes there
Uh-huh.
and just stood there and watched you guys just destroy and fly through the air and blow our jaws hit the ground. We're just like, what
are these guys doing?
Yeah, what is this?
Did you start faking at the bottom, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we were scared to death.
Right.
The thing was a monster.
Yeah, it was.
It was
You know, it was a
huge.
sad day when we had to tear that ramp down.
Yeah.
I lost a part of my soul. I was thinking about that today.
I know you did.
It was sad.
I know you did.
I know, I really did. I really, really did. Like, that was a tremendous experience. You know, for lots of people.
That was your plight at the time, dude. You guys.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it stood for many years. And there's a story behind that. I don't know if you know the whole story about Al Leo and how that ramp got there. And
I'd like to think I do.
okay, and yeah, we can talk about that at another time. But
I went to the first ramp
oh, you did
next to the highway with my
when it was
grandpa.
behind
We
the Acme
spotted
juice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spotted it off the highway.
Okay.
We're like, whoa, what's that? And I was with
Before
my
we moved it.
grandpa.
Yep.
And my grandpa was kind of my father figure, so we
Yeah.
went and checked
Grandpa
it out.
was awesome.
He was great. So we went
Yeah.
and scoped it, walked back the trail.
Yeah, yeah. We appropriated that land too. By the way.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I copycatted your style.
I know. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. We'll talk about that pool coping too. You know, I think Wayne Petrosky and I might have found that somewhere.
Good.
There's a story too where Gomer and I were trying to find some pool coping once, and he got shot in the back with rock salt. So anyway, so you saw the ramp then, and then you came down to the infamous sewer plant
And
ramp.
I came to the sewer plant ramp
Mm-hmm.
at about 14.
Okay.
I might have saw that ramp at like 12, 13.
Right.
And then finally made it to the bigger and better ramp.
So in between 12 and 14, you were just chomping at the bit.
We were just kicking to school.
Okay.
You know, we might have been riding dirt bikes at the same time
Right.
too. It was
You're
just
a little kid.
yeah, just getting chased. We'd like hang.
Sure.
Crew of us would hang out on the corner and yell at cars until they chased us through the yards and shit. That was just our style.
Right.
I was, you know, and the skateboard was right there on the corner with us.
In central PA, in say throughout the 90s and even into the 2000s. I mean, you, at least in the Harrisburg region, definitely, you were like the only one with a vert ramp, right?
Yeah.
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 I mean, it is what it is. Got to call it what it is.
You lost the Menace ramp,
Yeah.
and then the Keystone ramp, and then
And we built Shikellamy.
and then we got Shikellamy gift,
Yeah, yeah. We built the YMCA skate park and
and then that whole YMCA folded.
Yep, they
and we
ran
were
out of
left with
money.
nothing.
Yep. You went on to do the Kong ramp,
And then we
With
and
Steve
then,
Skelly.
and then Skelly's parents,
which was an intense ramp.
Steve and his parents stepped up huge. Like,
Right.
nobody like. I mean, how lucky fucking were we, dude?
I
Like,
know.
"Oh, but whatever you want, kids. Like,
Yeah.
like, they saw what we built.
And then you guys brought in a whole nother group of people that came right in. That's where Choppy came from.
Yeah, because of that
Diver.
ramp. Because of that ramp, everybody
Yeah.
the word spread, so everybody wanted to come ride the Kong
And you
ramp.
guys, now here's an interesting thing too. So what year would that have been?
That would have been 90.
90. Yeah, I think you're right. 90. When did you guys start building the bowl?
Well, we had this master plan all out the gate.
Right.
We love vert ramps. We love mini ramps.
Yeah.
Hip ramps were hype at the time.
Right.
Jumping from ramp to ramp was the
Right.
shit. Spines were in.
Yup.
Bowls were in. And,
Yeah.
Tim Payne had just built the Charleston Bowl, so we knew
Okay.
we could build wooden bowls out of wood.
Yeah, you knew it could be done.
We knew it could be done. We actually stole my buddy's parents' car in like 11th grade and drove all the way to Charleston and skated the hangar and came back like, this is what we got. We need
gotta
one of
do
these.
it.
We got to do this.
I'm going to give you a whole bunch of credit here. One is, I remember you came to me and you talked to me about this ramp, and I was like, yeah, it looks cool or whatever. And then you started talking about the bowl. And I was just like, what the fuck? You're going to build a wooden bowl? Like, I was blown away. And then I remember seeing it ribbed out. And I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? So as far as, now I know you talked about Tim Payne, and I know later on we went and rode Woodward Bowl and so on too. We rode a couple wooden bowls together. Right. But your attempt to build the wooden bowl was actually one of the first times I had ever really seen that. And I was kind of blown away.
It was uncharted ground. Like we seen them, and like there was only a couple.
Yeah.
We'd seen them, but we'd never seen them built. We didn't know any of the secrets how they did it. Yeah, we just had to.
You were guessing.
And we the first time I went at it at Skelly's yard, it was so crazy. Our technique was so off the chain.
Okay.
It was crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. We like to do the vert part because we wanted a wooden. Not only did we want a bowl, we wanted to have vert.
Right, of course.
We did like the vert part. We built that first.
Okay.
And like suspended it. We made all these crazy pieces.
And then filled it in.
And then, yeah. So we built 2 quarter pipes.
Uh-huh.
Well, we built the X ramp. We built 2 half pipes, I should say. We
okay.
built 2 half pipes.
Right.
And then we'd fill in the vert because that was simple. It was
right.
It was just the quarter pipe turned on its side.
Sure.
And then we went in and we just, any way we could put a rib in there, any angle, any direction, there was
Make it work.
We just fill it with studs.
Duct tape.
Fill it with framing,
glue.
yeah. Well, no, it was nails and screws.
God, but you never got it finished.
God, the train, we never got it finished.
Okay.
The vert ramp took over. You know, at that age, it was kind of hard to stop doing frontside airs and go back to fucking stressing on how are we going to do this.
Right. Is that where kind of you had a blow up? Like, was it Skelly's Kong ramp?
Well, yeah, because we get out of school.
Okay.
Right.
Every day.
Every day. Right to the ramp. Massive sash, chicks, cheerleaders. You know what I mean? Like it was just, it was on.
It was on.
It was on. Who's going big? Who's the best? You know.
There's some stories there, huh?
Oh God, we raged.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole ramp was fucking stolen. Right there, to me, that's the ultimate. When I think about Kong ramp, I think about.
That was a lot of wood.
Yeah, I think about the dudes.
Wait, where did you guys get the steel for the flat bottom? Wait, tell me about the steel on the flat bottom.
That came from right down the street. Dirty Hands Mo.
Right.
Dirty Hands Mo and Antonetti spotted it.
But how thick was it?
Because back then
it was thick.
It was quarter-inch.
Quarter-inch thick.
It was as thick. It lined
plated
up
steel.
Perfect with the masonite.
Right, that you used on the flat bottom.
It took like 8 of us to carry a sheet.
Only 8.
But when we stole it, it took 3 of us to load it. We were so hyped. But after that, once we got in the truck, there was no more moving it. But yeah, that came from right down the street. That old Robinson sash and door. It was right behind there.
Just laying out.
Just laying out.
I'm taking this.
Just rusting. Dying.
It'll work.
Discarded. Forgotten about.
Yeah, forgotten about. I was doing a fair trash removal, public assistance. Yeah.
Okay. Building's abandoned. Steel's abandoned.
So you just kept. So how long did Kong Ramp last for?
It lasted 11th, 12th grade, and then a year after we all graduated is when the parents said it's time.
3 years.
Was it? Yeah, 3
so
years.
That's about 3 years.
3 years was time for.
Okay.
Time for change.
Okay.
Had to come down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all accepted it pretty good. They allowed us.
Shit happens.
We dismantled it. Took it apart piece by piece. We were about to move it out to Lewisberry, up to Schnerd's house.
Okay.
And then all his neighbors
didn't like it.
Didn't like it, so it sat there.
Okay.
We denailed it and shipped it all over there. And
right.
It was all stacked up nice.
And this would have been like 93, 94.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm bad with dates.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, so I went to Lewisberry after New Cumberland.
So what did you do next?
After that fell through, it was time to hit the road.
Right.
So I had a house in Harrisburg, but I'd go to Philly all the time skating.
Yeah.
And then I had a bunch of buddies. Everybody started migrating to Philly.
Right.
So then it's time for me to migrate to Philly. So we went down to Philly because they still had cheap skates. The vert ramp was there.
Cheap skates, yep.
There wasn't a ramp here. There was Busters.
What did you think about, Buster?
There was
right,
Busters
we got to
going
leave
on.
Buster in there
Can't
too,
leave
right?
Buster out.
Yeah. Buster Halderman had their ramp in his barn.
In his barn.
That we would go skate in the winter.
Right.
And it's actually still there this day.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
So right about then, Buster was starting to kill it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think Buster, ever since I know Buster, he killed it.
All right, so then you started going to Philly and hitting cheapskates, right?
Yeah. The cheapskates, dude.
Cheapskates was gnarly.
They bred
Yeah.
soldiers. Straight soldier.
Yeah. Yeah. Like cyborg ninja.
Willing to die.
Willing to die. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt
Willing to
about
die
it.
to make the trick.
Yeah. Very. I mean, that's East Coast.
Yeah.
That's totally East Coast. That's Jim Murphy.
That's not me though. I'm crazy. I'll try a trick again and again and again until I know I'm not going to get hurt. But everybody's like, oh, I moved to Philly for the street, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. That wasn't. I moved to Philly because they had cheap skates. Because all my
Right.
friends were down there street skating. I love to street skate, don't get me wrong, but
No, I got you.
my main thing was to go there for the vert ramp. Philly, we're living lifestyle, driving up to cheap skates, skating around the city, posse style at night. I've got a dog that skates with me. He runs down the street, doesn't get hit by cars, and
Chewy.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of us are out riding, and I'm with the Harrisburg crew, and then there was another crew that came down, the New York kids. They came from like Elmira and that part of New York,
Okay.
upstate New
Who
York.
were they?
Been Jimmy Young, Gabe
Okay.
Strain.
Yeah.
So we linked up with those guys, and we're all cool. And I guess the word was out that I built trannies, that I know how to cut trannies.
Right. Because by now you're becoming a more accomplished builder. Because
Right.
you were building other stuff too.
That was my whole kick.
Yeah.
I love to build the
Yeah.
shit that we ride. 'Cause
Yeah.
back then, if we didn't build it,
No, it wasn't going to
we
happen.
weren't fucking riding it.
No, it's
Or we
true.
were paying huge money.
Right.
So we're out street skating, and these guys are like, "Yo, dude, we got a change jar going at our apartment because all these guys had a flat.
Change jar.
Yeah, they had a fucking giant pretzel jar
Okay.
filled with change. I think it was like almost $100.
Okay. Ooh.
Right. But back then, it's huge for a bunch
Right.
of kids scrapping it in
Yeah.
Center City.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I'll cut your trannies. I'm all about it."
Oh, okay.
And so they had the idea for the original Indian wall, because back and we went and skated. It's like I went down to the spot and
The
skated.
Indian wall? No, we're talking about FDR.
We're talking about FDR here.
So they had it in their mind they wanted to build something at FDR.
They did.
No concrete yet. None.
Well,
There
we
was
got
concrete already.
to that. There was concrete already. The city had already come in.
Okay, so tell me with that story.
About the city.
Yeah. I think I know this one, but I want to hear
All
it
right.
again.
Well, Rendell
Okay.
was mayor.
Yep.
The Love Park battles going
Right.
on.
People were riding Love Park.
Rendell's got a son, Jesse, that skates.
Ah, the truth comes out.
So Rendell can't just fucking kill.
Right.
He has to kill Love Park for his constituents,
Right.
but he doesn't want to kill his son and the skaters, so he opts out and quick throws in this makeshift park down Broad Street underneath 95.
All right. So Rendell is responsible, more or less,
For
for
FDR.
the initial concrete pour.
And it wasn't concrete;
FDR. Oh,
it
it's
was
tar.
blacktop,
Ah.
and that's where I guess
So Rendell came in and built something blacktop.
he built a giant blacktop parking lot, and then
Okay.
after they did that, they came in, they cut out chunks of the blacktop, and they built 2 pyramids and a ledge.
Who's they?
I want to say city workers.
Oh, so the city was still trying to build stuff. They built the tar thing
They
first.
built the
It was a
parking
fail-
lot.
Somebody told them that it was a fail.
I think it was all part of the initial thing. So the blacktop
Okay.
goes in, then the
Okay.
pyramids go in,
All right, gotcha.
and everybody heads down there to hit it.
Right.
But they blew it because they were non-skaters. When they poured the concrete to blacktop, there was literally a 2-inch gap between. When a city worker builds a pyramid, they just bring it down, stub nose
Yeah.
it. You know, they
course.
didn't understand feathering or any of that stuff.
Right.
To do an air over the hip, you had to ollie
Sure.
off the blacktop onto the bank, and then up the bank, and then ollie again. That's how
Right.
gnarly it was.
Right.
So in essence, by
Plus,
then,
it wasn't vert.
plus it wasn't vert. But I didn't care. You could still catch air on it.
Okay.
You
Right.
could still,
Okay.
I love to,
What year was that?
that would have been 95.
Okay.
90
Mid 90s
94,
again.
95.
So everything happened.
Everything's going on.
Right. Boom. 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 Okay.
Yeah, because we were already gung ho and building by 96.